Good evening and welcome back to Here's the Storm. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we're going to be having the members of the gillySharks, and on the right, it is going to be Accel Esports. I have changed up all my setup because of the new OBS, so hopefully all of this is going to be nice and pretty. And of course, the moment we start Stream Bandit now comes in the room, so I do apologize. Looks like Accel has done their research. They're going to go ahead and ban out the Samuro. Really quickly, as we are getting into this, let's go ahead and take a peek at some of those map bans that we did have happen here. Coin flip was initially won by the members of gillyShark. They banned out Battlefield of Eternity. Accel Esports has banned out Cursed Hollow, and we have the members of gillySharks 2. Dragonshire. I was honestly hoping for a an Alterac pass, but maybe eventually. I don't know. I'm hoping for it. Either way, stats are all looking good, so we can go ahead and get into this. Key, Jason, Zergi, how are you all doing? Thanks for coming by. Also, Jason, thank you so much for that. As we get into this, we are going to be having the Orphea Genji banned out on the side of gillyShark, Samuro and Ana on the side of NGS Accel Esports. We have actually a Tyrande first pick from them. Not bad at all. What I do like about having that Tyrande, it allows them to just have scouting throughout the entire game as well as consistent poke onto the shrines. And I can see just chat behind me. We are going to be having the Diablo and Malthael picked up for the of gillyShark, which that's a great setup here. Hey, Fringe! Thank you so much for the 69 bits. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming by. That is going to be Rainer and Dahaka also picked up for Accel Esports. Dahaka actually has a huge priority, in my opinion, on this map. He's a really, really strong player, really strong character, as well as just the setup that you can get the flank positions, as well as the combo from the Tyrande on top of that. Jaina is going to be the ban out here. Not a bad idea at all. Pairs well into the Rainer, pairs well into the Tyrande. The setup from Ring of Frost can be huge, as even then, Water Elemental is a great tool for poke and consistent damage in a lot of these elongated team fights. We do see a Kael'thas ban. A little worried about that spread damage from the Chain Bomb and just a lot of the poke that you can get from that. Totally Psycho, thanks for coming by. Glad to see you supporting your friends here. We go from NGS Catcaster to NGS Dogcaster. That's so true, Jason. And Mr. Lard, yes, I agree. Samuro. Thank you all for coming by. Thank you all for checking out the stream. Li Ming, Li Ming, Lucio. It's a lot of just a lot of damage. Resets for Kage Kiri could be huge. But they do round out their draft with the Anubrek and the Hanzo. Not bad at all. I do like Accel's draft here. The dive potential is really good. Hanzo has great poke. It's double range, so it's going to be a little difficult for them, but they do have a strong front line, so that should be able to pair it up just fine. This last little bit here for the members of the gillySharks, it's actually going to be Azul. They're going to have wave clear. They're going to have some lockdown that could lend into Li Ming's burst ability. You could also have it just follow-up setup from Diablo. Malthael could get those last rights if someone doesn't get out of there, and they really don't have a lot to deal with that per se, in the sense of just kind of big healing or any sort of way to mitigate the effects of that. But I like this draft, I really do. I'm just peeking through the names to see who has ended up on what, and it pretty much makes sense at this point. I like it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining. I only have one series for you this evening. But still, we're going to have some awesome best-of-3 series between the gillySharks and Accel Esports. Which I did double-check with them. I was just like, just to make sure we're not, like, I'm not going to screw this up consistently. And they're just like, no, it's spelled wrong. Or I guess it's spelled that way specifically to be spelled that way. So you don't have to worry about that one. But we get into this, and overall, between the two teams taking names away, just purely based on draft, I do like Accel's draft. Got a lot of good poke. Got a lot of good damage. But at the same time, gillyShark do have a lot of big blow-up in these team fights. I think that's where it's really going to come down to. Blow-up, team fights, and who can really take advantage of those consistent advantages throughout the game. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and get into this. Game number 1. On the left-hand side, we have the gillySharks with Jinxie Cat on the Diablo. Zergi Monster will be on the Lucio. Kage Kiri will be on that Li Ming. Chess Looter playing the Malthael, and Stark rounding out the team on the Zool. I don't know why, it's just like I started going through every other hero name before I could get to his. On the right hand side, we are going to be having Accel Esports with Scather will be on the Dahaka, Io will be on the Nubrek, Casey on that Rainer, Shamhat on the Hanzo, and Atlas throwing the Sentinel and not hitting anyone. This is going to be on the Tyrande. Nice arrow coming out from Shamhat. That's just the best feeling on earth right there. I hope both teams have fun. Me too, Hamwich. I mean, I see you put cap afterwards, but either way, I really do want both teams just to have fun, and I just want us to have game number 3 and an Alterac pass game start. Going to get poked out a little bit here. That is going to be Shamhat going into the target practice at level 1, which to me is... I actually kind of like that. The increased range and poke that you can get from that will be really good for the Dragonite poke, as well as just the consistent poke onto these points throughout the game. These can be very, very elongated moments within, well, throughout the game. I wouldn't say just moments, because it's just such a strong tool to be able to just hold over that point and not let them kind of get back into it. And then once you actually slowly whittle them down with that Hanzo, you can easily go for the kill with some sort of burrow from Dahaka or any sort of big team fight. There's a lot of early game things that are just, you know, looking good into that late game, but got a lot of game in front of us here. We are going to be having Stark grabbing the camp on the left-hand side. I think it does get scouted out by EO from that Impale. Chest Looter going to be just jumping up onto this top point. We do have Scather pushing up that wave as well. We are going to be going to that tissue regeneration at level 1, so just trying to make sure they have that extra tankiness. But into the Malthea, that might be a little difficult. Malthea does do percentage-based damage. You can already see in this fight how he's already popping his Essence, which is going to be, you know, a tool that you're already burning. I think he had the Tongue Drag onto a minion. This is just... Slitter actually winning this over fairly well is going to force the Dahaka back. They will be able to mount up and grab that point. They do have the On a Pale Horse. Extra movement speed there for themselves. Just continue to push out these lanes. I'm liking the slow play coming out from both these teams early. No one going down just yet. We can actually take a peek at some of the experiences that's been trickling in and how that's actually broken out. Stark setting this push. I don't know if Scather got the catch onto them. That's going to be the Tongue Drag going out. That will be the Bone Prison. They do get through the gate. It's, well, they do have the minion wave. They could get some damage. Stark backs out and says, maybe I can go ahead and try and grab a Dragonite. Not going to be the case, though. Ooh, burrowing from Manubrak. The knockback going to be coming out from Zergy. They have the Shadow Charge from Jinxie Cat, making sure they have that displacement so they aren't going to be in a bad spot. The boost out, and they will be fine. Jinxie Cat having well, and they'll sustain through that. Back up into top lane, where we're having actually this consistent poke out from Chess, and we have Stark diving up here. Once again, going to pop that. That will be a nice burrow out from the Dahaka to make sure that they just don't get any of that damage or any sort of just lockdowns where they could be put into a bad spot. This is just really, really strong hold between the two teams. Zulga's just going to be able to get easy clear in mid. Kagekiri looking for the damage onto Hanzo. And, like, when Hanzo came out, like, I tried to play a ton of him because obviously you want to learn him as much as you possibly can. And I played into a couple Li Mings and I was just like, oh my god, like, Li Ming, if you get a nice combo into that 7+ later half of the game, it can get kind of bad for you on the side of that Hanzo. You can really get bursted down as they do not have the biggest health pool. But it's just being held over between the two teams. Who's going to be able to take this over? Zul just consistently doing double duty and just rotating from mid into the top lane. And once Dahaka sees that, you can see that that's happened way too much. They're just like, I'm going to play back. I don't need to go too far out here. This won't be worth it. And actually, yeah, they're going to dive out. They just get the poke onto them. Meanwhile, peeking into the bottom lane, it seems to be kind of the same situation. A little bit of poke between the two teams, just going to be holding them back. Poke out from Hanzo as well. And it's just going to be that. The nice thing with the way that it's working out for the members of the one Sharklet, gillyShark here, is that Hanzo's... Oh my god. Bow Strike. Nope. I can't think of the name, sorry. Stormbow, there we go. So every time he's hitting Stormbow, he needs to get those stacks onto the specific heroes. Well, he's only been hitting 3 heroes in bottom lane. I don't think Zul's made a rotation and any sort of poke has gone into them. So it's just at least denying that full stacking of it. I do believe... I think you have a reward for like halfway, which is the 30% increased range. And I apologize for missing that as I was looking at stats there. That is going to be the... Malthea going down first blood of the game. Stark rotates up just to try and pick up the extra here. That will be the burrow in time. That is also going to be the essence. They try and get some damage out. Going to pull him down a little bit here. That will be the tongue drag, also getting them out of position. Anubrak is in top lane as well, trying to take advantage of the situation. Maybe even trying to pick up themselves a Dragonite after grabbing this top portion. Li Ming is still going to be in mid lane, so they'll be able to poke that out and not allow too much to happen in that. It's going to be the hold for now. I like the use of Raynor there just to try and body the damage so that way they could get the channel, but if anything, it should be a Nubrak. He does have No, he actually doesn't have new Barian armor. Okay, I was thinking that he would have that, but either way, just putting out the Legion of Beetles and everything, just to be able to have that spell armor, it will be a little annoying for Li Ming. The blink out, that will be the Shadow Charge in. It's a lot of damage going on to EO here. The Overpower as well. Kate takes them away from Stark, who was getting a little bit low, but they might have actually had the damage there. We have the support Battle of the Ages as Zerky Monster is just trying to stay on this point as long as possible. Kage is trying to grab the Dragonite here, but it's not going to work out for them. Stark is going to be focused. They pop the Bone Armor. That also will be stacks finished out for Jinxie Cat on the Devil's Due there, excuse me, on the Black Soulstone. Meanwhile, in top lane, we do have Chest Leader going back up into Scather. Looks like bottom lane is going to get held over by Atlas. Now they do back off from that point, saying, you know what, Lucio don't die. We'll re-engage with it with our main tank. They're also not too far off from 10s. Once we see those 10 talents, they might be trying to go in for a more aggressive fight here. EO's coming down. They do have the burrow in. Not going to connect onto Zergy, but they do get the Impale. Rest of the team to follow up as well. Jinxie Cat going to get poked. The knockback from Raynor pushing them into the gate, so keeping them a little bit safer. That will be those 10 talents, which we are going to be having the... Giggle Schmack, thank you so much for the follow during this game. That is going to be the Lightning Breath, as well as the Break It Down from the Lucio. Lacerates from that Malthael, Disintegrate from the Li Ming, and we are going to be having the... Oh, Skeletal Mages. There we go. Couldn't think of it there for a second. Coming out from Zul as they pick up the kill onto the Dahaka in top lane. Maybe taking them out. This might give them the opportunity to grab the point in mid, but this is still going to be held over. They need to rotate a few members down here. Li Ming still sitting in the bush. Maybe just trying to catch the rotation from someone here. Doesn't seem to be the case. Or at least just scouting out the rotations. That is going to be a known fact for them so they don't get caught out of position. Chest Looter just going to get right around that corner. Bone Armor going to be popped from Stark. Okay. Web Wrap did go out. Able to capitalize on this Malthael who's in the Web Wrap. Hanzo with the arrow just ready to go. All the burst goes out. That will be the burrow from Anubrak. They actually get over the wall. That actually helps them out. The arrow from Hanzo, though, will be a lot of good setup here. They start to chase this. That will be the Starfall. The Disintegrate coming out, but that will be Zergy Monster stealing away the kill. Lightning Breath flank coming out from Jinxie Cat. That will be another Disintegrate coming out from Kagekiri. Not connecting, but they get the kill on Tyrande, followed up by the Raynor here. That will be 3 for none. They find a Dahaka, and can they make it a 4th, as that will be Overpower going out as well. Chest Leader gets those last rights marks, and that will be the Disintegrate reset for Kage, and they walk away with 4 kills. Anubrak coming back. The death timers are very low. Malthael going up into that top lane. We already have the team setting up in the mid position to try and pick up this Dragonite. Should have Kage going into that in just a moment. You can already see that happening. Jinxie will just be zoning as well as Zergy Monster. That would be Malthael grabbing that, getting the leap over. Oh, trying to get the leap over the wall. Kage! Oh, the burrow in from Anubrak. That will be the Impale, but not in time. A split second from hitting Kagekiri there. They move in with the Dragonite 8 minutes into the game, into this mid lane. You get the kick onto that Anubrak, separating them from the friendly team. And they just open up the mid lane a little bit more. They'll rotate into top lane. This is actually what we see a lot of teams go for here. Is just open up mid a little bit more. Maybe take out the well, take out that sustain. But bottom lane, focusing in on that, making it a little bit more difficult to hold that over. Anubrak going for a big flank here. Malthael coming in as well. Let's pull away. They have the 13 talent tier advantage on the side of gillyShark. They're just trying to use the Impale and everything to just slow them down. This is going to be Dragonite getting some damage on here. That is going to be the Hyperion out from Raynor, which does zone them away. It's a nice factor of it. They do have the speed boost from Lucio, and that will be the end of this Dragonite. Hitting with the arrow from Hanzo, but not going to get the stun. That is going to be Skeletal Mages coming out. They start to turn this around on the side of gillyShark. Lightning Breath and Disintegrate coming out in this backline. Dahaka, the first one down. Kagekiri with the reset on that Li Ming. They start to chase this up with the Lucio Boostio, but it's not happening. Web Wrap goes out on to Chest Looter. That will also be the Disintegrate to make sure that that just gets burned away. They don't chase any further. Last rights was maybe just a target that they were trying to find. They just back out of there. Malthael marking the Siege Giants. They start to hearth out, and that is going to be the end of that engagement. What a great fight going over for the members of the gillySharks. But doesn't mean that they've got this game. Still very early. First Dragonite really didn't do a whole lot. Opened up the mid lane a little bit here. Got some damage onto the bottom and took out the gate there as well. I do believe the Sentinel just crossed through this camp, so they know that they're on this, and this should be cleared out fairly easily with the help of Li Ming. Peeking up into top lane though really quickly. Sorry, I'm trying to chug water at the same time. Tongue Drag going out from Scather, and they're trying to pull Chest Looter into that tower range, but it's not going to work out for them. They are taking a lot of damage here. They're waiting for that burrow, and you can know that Scather's definitely holding that burrow to make sure that they get marked with last rights. They can at least kind of self-cleanse that. Bottom lane going to get cleared out fairly easily. Not going to be a problem with all the range that they have, as we noted in draft, with Raynor and Hanzo. All that poke into this wave will be fine. The poke on, or the bodying that can come out from a Nubrak is great, and Atlas just has the heals from that Tyrande. But it is 15 to 12 in levels. We do have, I keep missing it. I look up at the minimap, I'm like, huh, Zul, and oh no, they're, yeah. So they get the flank, and that is going to be the death of the Dahaka. They are also going to have this availability for top lane. Dahaka does have that brushstock, you know, mobility, so they can get right back up into top lane. I don't think that should be on any sort of cooldown. You can actually see Malthael sitting in the bush. Maybe Dahaka's even going to come in for that.
Take hold of the shrines.
Okay. Dahaka's back up. Mid lane is going to be watched. No one in position for it just yet. They do have the channel. Alright, so Stark going to be having this. Let's see what they... Actually, it's not going to be interrupted at all. Not in time. That will be another Dragonite going over in their favor. Jinxie Cat is going to be getting out of there, and that will also be... That was a nice web wrap that came out, but at the same time, just to be able to get the clean disintegrate. It helps out so much. With the distraction onto the MA team, they're going to go ahead and just put this pressure into mid lane. Or out from a new... Ooh, nice kick away. That is also going to be the Hyperion coming out from the Raynor here. Nope, not yet. Trying to listen to the how I grade math papers. Hey, Sierras, what's up, bud? How are you doing? How's the majestic beard? Hi, Singaju. How you doing, bud? It is going great. Watching it in class. Can't listen, though. Oh, no! Giggle, I'm so sorry. Well, you can't even hear that. But that is going to be the Skeletal Defenders coming out. That is a lot of damage. Lightning Breath will be there as well. Break it down to also give them a little bit of a kind of buff there. That is also the last rights going out on from the Daha. Ooh. Ooh. Shadow Charge in from Jinxie Cat. They won't be able to get that. Web Rep is actually going to save Diablo from the stun, but that does stall this out a little bit here. Diablo should be able to come right out of there. That will also be the Bone Prison onto EO, and they are able to make it by their core. That will be Raynor going down. The members of the gillySharks push into mid lane. 17 to 13 in levels. They're looking to maybe even end off of this. That Nubrak, excuse me, the Dahaka will be up in 4 seconds. That will also be Raynor up in 22, but they say against their better judgment, they say no. We won't push in, but that's so much pressure. Having the availability of the catapults consistently through mid lane. They're going to go ahead and grab this camp. That'll add some pressure into top. Typically, we don't see a lot of teams pressure this because of the fact of the Death Bridge. The Death Bridge is just, it's a point where you can get flanked from the enemy team as well. It just, you can get bodied on that. Even being down a talent tier. It's just, oh, not a really good mobile spot for you. We do just have rotations coming out from members of gillySharks. They're just grabbing camps. They're making sure that they're adding pressure across the board. And then from there, we're realistically just going to be having another Dragonite pop up. I think it's in a minute from now. So we're already progressing quite quickly, and it's 17 to 14 in levels. 9 to 1 in kills. Pressure in every lane. Well, except for mid. It does have catapults, so it's kind of pressured that way. Bottom lane is still up and running. We're seeing the members of gillyShark getting scattered out here. That is going to be Jinxie Cat in the bush, and Pale goes out. They want to fight into this on the side of Accel, and they're going to be trying to take it. That will be Stark coming in as well. That will be the Skeletal Mages on AO. That is also going to be the Starfall. Hanzo with the arrow to stall this out a little bit further. They grab the camp, but a lot of buttons are going to be pressed on the side of Accel Esports with no big value coming out from it. Still the Disintegrate and the Last Rites, so at the same time, members of gillyShark are going to be grabbing or utilizing their heroics on top of all of that mess. And Kage just trying to get the last little bit of damage. Nice knockback before they can actually get the stun onto Jinxie Cat. It's just very, very minuscule things coming out from some of these players that you can just highlight. It's absolutely amazing. Dragonite gonna already be grabbed in the mid lane. That will be Stark on that Zul grabbing it. EO is going to be rotating up, and Shamhat is going to be backing off as well. They need to get the clear onto that Dragonite as quickly as possible. Also, Hanzo is going to be finished with that level 1 questing talent. We also do have, as well as Dahaka's level 1, that tissue regeneration. Hanzo went for, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, advanced targeting? No, target practice. Advanced targeting, I think, is another completely different hero. Jinxie Cat is full on her Black Soulstone as well on that Diablo, so she does have big benefit of healing from that, as well as just the revive if she does go down. A lot of damage is going to be going out onto the Dahaka here. That will be overpower as well. Do the Last Rites make an appearance? They will make their mark. The burrow was already used. Dahaka does go down. That will be a Nubrak kicked away from that initial fight. Dragonite can just circumvent the keep and go straight for the core, but they opt for the core damage, or excuse me, the keep damage, since they only have a few % left on this. Bottom lane keep goes down. Top lane still has consistent pressure from earlier in this game, so they move over to this. Oh, wait, hold on. That will be Lightning Breath. Everything used from the members of the gillyShark, and Casey taking so much damage. Hyperion going to be dropped as well. Shadow Charge into the core, and it looks like gillySharks want to end it here on the precipice of 20. Might be able to pick that up with a minion wave that did just spawn, but core is falling semi-slow. They need to find a little bit more burn onto this. That will be Zool summoning a few more of these mages, or excuse me, these skeletons. And we do have Catapult mixing into this, and that will be the core start to fall, but they want to fight into this. That will be Dahaka. Wow, huge 5-man arrow from Hanzo, but no big follow-up. That will also be the isolation on the Stark. Core is still taking a lot of damage. Stark just pressing W. That will be the core going down. Game number 1 goes over to gillySharks. GG. Well played. All of my overlays and everything are all in different spots now, so I'm just kind of readjusting to that, so I do apologize. But we have our game number 2, and if you're wondering, oh wait, Bahamut, how did we get to Tomb of Spider Queen? Let me tell you. We had the coin flip initially won by gillyShark. They went ahead and banned out Battlefield of Eternity. We had Cursed Hollow banned out by the members of Accel Esports. Dragonshire was the first map chosen by gillyShark and won by them. So the members of Accel Esports have chosen to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 2. We get back into this draft, and we have Orphea being banned out again by the members of the gillySharks. Did we just see the Samurai? Ooh, we actually see Joanna ban. You know, she pairs so well into Asmodan. And even just the tank is just oof right away. So that's gonna be the Orphea taken out as well as the Hanzo. Do we see the Samurai ban? They have first pick on the side of gillyShark. If they can get booty too thick, that's really all it is. I just realized I didn't mute my phone. There we go. All right. Miss anything?
Anna checking in.
Anna first pick. I don't know. Does anyone know if NGS has a ban on Anna's ultimate? I need to find this out really quick. Anna. Nope, not Anna ultimate. Nexus Gaming Series. And let's go to the rules page. Nope, I don't need to be logged in. What are the ban things? What are the ban things? Hold on one second. I just need to know those really quick. Hero skin mount bans. Works skin. I don't see anything about Anna being banned, but that might have been something that was addressed today. Did the name change to gillySharks, or is it still gillyShark? Did I write it wrong? One second. Let me go back to the website. Alright, so we are going to be having an Ana ban, or excuse me, an Ana picked up with a Malthael, and it's Sylvanas here that is also going to be the Diablo and the Tyrande for the members of Accel Esports. Yeah, no, it's just gillyShark. Oh, I put an S at the end. That's my bad. Whoops. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why. I expect there to be more than one shark. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for catching that. Silly gillyShark, yeah. I have horses banned. Thank you so much. Writhing Gaming, what's up? Thank you for coming by. Also, thank you for confirming. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I'm just gonna make sure that they all know. Okay. So I just want them to make sure that we're all cool on the front here. Also, Hamich, yeah. Ekstrom. I don't think it's under a rule, but it was an announcement, I do believe. Yeah, I have too many Discords. I miss too many things. That will be art that's picked up for the members of gillyShark. Ooh. What are they going to round this out with? They've got their solo lane. They're going to need some more damage here. Genji's still available if they want to go that route, but it's going to be Junkrat. Interesting. Website so useful? Thinking. Let's see here. Yeah. Rip. Alright, so last pick going to be coming out from the members of Accel Gaming. They need some sort of wave clear. Varian will be there. Thank you. Yes. My boy. My boy makes it into the game. I'm so happy about this right now. I have not gotten to cast an Asmodean game in quite some time, so we are going to be getting one of my favorite heroes. Yes. So we'll go ahead and get into this in just a second here. I actually want to check something really quickly on my microphone. I thought I had my limiter to pull it down to 10, but maybe I need to put that down to like 15. I feel like I was peaking way too much into that last game. Okay, yeah, that should be way better. Stark Junkrat feels bad. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead. Let's find ourselves. Yes, Asmodean game. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we've got gillyShark. Up a game, trying to end this best-of-3 series in a 2-0 fashion. Zergy Monster will be on the Ana. Jinxie Cat is going to be on the Arthas. We're going to be having Stark on the Malthael. That will be Kagekiri on the Sylvanas. And Chess Looter rounding out the team on the Junkrat. Holy crap, that was hard to do. On the right-hand side, we're going to be having the members of Accel Esports standing still so it's easy to read their name. Casey will be on the Rainer. We're going to be having Scather on the Varian. Shamhat will be on the Asmodean. Io will be on the Diablo. Atlas will be on the Tyrande once again. Lope Varian would be a better call. Asmo game. Nice. Yes. Very. I'm happy about that. No, we're rooting against out the ultimate dance game. Well, we have everyone starting out in mid. This is going to be a Gluttony Asmodean, so we're going to be looking for that cooldown reduction at 200 stacks. But wow, a lot of damage is going to be coming out onto so many of these members. Start getting quite a bit of damage out from that Malthael, getting a lot of percentage base. But we have Stark in the off lane now. Going to be just going ahead and soloing. So a little bit of a role swap coming out from these teams. They're going to be rotating Chess Looter into the 4-man for this game. That will be Kage being focused in that dive from Diablo. That will also be the stun. The follow-up root from Jinxie Cat from the Arthas, and they almost get the kill on Diablo. The Fire Stomp getting them so much healing. The one thing I do want to note, Kagekiri is already sitting at 12 stacks of Unfurling Shadows. Now, granted, they have 9,000 more stacks to go, but 12 is very good. It's just, it's actually, it's impressive to just get up that quickly in such a, I mean, you're in a rotation-based composition, so it's gonna work out pretty good if you infight quite a bit. They're gonna be looking for these stacks for Asmodean, and I think they're just trying to kind of do counter rotations in a sense. They don't want to stack up that Sylvanas whatsoever, as well as Jinxie Cat, which is a smart move. I mean, Varian does have to do things in bottom lane into this Malthael, which is gonna be a little difficult to do. High King's Quest, not the, oh, wait a minute. Jinxie Cat does show a little too early, I think, there, but if they were actually, if Chess Looter would have been able to get the concussion mine, that would have been Scather getting scattered. Do have the rotations continuing in between top and mid. They're going to be losing a little bit on the gem side here, also a little bit on the experience side from one minion wave. Overpower coming onto Jinxie Cat, a little bit of a chase onto them, a lot of damage coming out from that Asmodean. Nice Howling Blast coming out as well, slows them down from getting that kill. That is just a clean disengage. Level 4 is going to be achieved for both these teams fairly soon, and the gem count still needs quite a bit, especially on the side of the One Shark. Oh, not that. I keep wanting to say the One Sharklet. I gotta get rid of their old team name in my head. gillyShark here is going to be just continuing to do the rotations. Accel Esports will be looking to stack up that Asmodean consistently. Overpower onto Jinxie Cat, so much damage onto Io. Sleep Dart will be there, and that will be the first kill of the game going over to gillyShark here. That also is the Howling Blast coming out, and they follow up so much. No, not going to get a kill, but they continue to pick up gems in these rotations, also pushing up the waves and trying to at least force a little bit of experience loss on their side. Scather going to be backing off the moment Malthael returns into lane, and they couldn't see a few of the other members from gillyShark. Just, it's really nice kind of, it's just smart plays coming out here. That's just the best thing you can do. Play it slow. Tomb of Spider Queen, it's not the fastest map, so you don't need to worry about just super pushing in and winning the early game right away. You can go ahead, let the waves crash into your gate, soak up the experience, freeze the wave in your favor, and have the Asmodean kind of just stack up. Stark taking a lot of damage here. I don't think Scather gets the kill, but getting them down quite low there is a little worrisome. Like they just continue back into these rotations. Easy pressure between. Ooh, hold on. Jinxie Cat gonna get caught out here. Nice concussion mine gonna be coming out from Chest Looter. Sleep Dart not gonna connect. That is also going to be the coil coming out from Jinxie Cat. Colossal smash from Scather. I was kind of expecting a Twin Blades a little bit there. I'm not gonna lie, but we don't get it. And that's okay. Rotations continue to break out between these two teams, and they're just looking for their availability for the full turn. And now Sleep Dart as EO gets the charge in, but that will be first turn in favor for the members gillyShark, and they've got decent pressure throughout their lanes, but this is, as I said, early game. This isn't going to be rushed up super quick or by any means. Smash variant is, yeah. Colossal Smash is it's a good time. We do have top lane seems to be the priority for the time being for the members of gillyShark, and that's not a bad idea at all. I mean, top lane is a lot of teams' win condition. They can push up quite well through that lane. They can get a lot of value from that boss Webweaver turn-in duo, which is often what we see teams achieve. And this is actually kind of interesting that they're really not. They're kind of letting them have free reign up here. That is also going to be Chest Looter not utilizing the concussion mine just yet. Nice Lunar Flare setup, but it's not going to connect. That is going to be a huge Howling Blast from Jinxie Cat. Knockback going to be coming out from Casey, which is a very it's having that knockback is such a good tool. They also go ahead and get the laser out from Asmodan. It's some damage onto Jinxie Cat, but they're not going down. Another Howling Blast will collect onto them. Diablo does go down, not having enough souls for the insta revive. They do pick up their gems. That will be a glow coming out from Asmodan, sitting at 84 stacks. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Varian is going to be pushing up a little bit more. I just gotta say, this is just my Asmodan PSA. No. Need to, don't. Yeah, you gotta take. Oh wait, hold on, Casey. Getting low. Okay, Casey's gonna be fine. Colossal Smash gonna come on into Kage Kiri. I think they should have an escape. Is this game number 2? This is game number 2. I'm eating cookies right now. That's so good. Stark will go ahead and grab the camp in this bottom lane. We do not have turn-in availability for the members of gillyShark, but they are going to be looking for that on the side of... Actually, they're going in for the engagement. I was thinking that they just go for turn-in and try and win through that a little bit to get up in that experience loss that they have. We can at least show where some of those numbers are coming from, but this is a little interesting. Shadow Charge in, Colossal Smash on the Jinxie Cat, all the damage will be there, overpower, and that is going to be one dead Arthas. That is exactly what they've been wanting to do throughout this entire game. Stark does dive around and picks up the drop gems. They're not going to be losing any in their economy here, and that will be turn-in availability, because I don't think they're going to be able to stall this out. Zergy maybe looking to try and get some poke out on this. Nice use of those grenades coming out from Chest Looter as well. Meanwhile, Varian is going to be able to turn in their fair share, and the rest of the team is looking to do that. Chest Looter trying to get these pokes, not going to be happening, and that will be Red Webweavers descending. Tens have been achieved, though, on the side of gillyShark. We are going to be having Nano Boost, Syndragosa. Okay. All right, Jinxie Cat. Thank you. That actually, hold up, what? I just looked over and I was like about to read the rest of the talents, and Syndragosa's on cooldown. They're going to actually siege into this during... I mean, they have their 10 talents here. Why not? Who is eating cookies? I want some. Zool, I do too. Ooh, nice Shadow Charge in. That will be the concussion mine to make sure that there isn't the big engagement onto one member. A lot of them are very low on their mana. They do need to back off here, and that will be the case. And also, I want to note here is going to be mind control coming out from Sylvanas. They're going to be looking to pull one of those members a little too far out of position. If they would have thrown that into the bush, I mean, it's a long cooldown, so I think it's 80 seconds? Excuse me, 50 seconds. It's not that long. There's actually going to be the mind control on the Varian. Colossal Smash goes in. That will also be the Lightning Breath. They also have the Hyperion. Kage will be able to tap the well. Globe goes out from Asmodan. Not going to be getting the kill with it. They did have the Black Pool with that Globe. That also will be the well surviving through all of that. You just need to get the clear onto this minion wave before it ends it, and that will be... They're going for double turn-in. That's exactly what you want in this situation. Go for the double turn-in, have the pressure that you just amounted, and then just have that descend once again. Granted, the thing is, the waves are kind of far pushed back in favor for gillyShark. I mean, realistically, they're going to be crashing into mid across the map. They go for the top clear, because it seems like that's the play through for gillyShark, or at least they're going to be throwing Chest Looter up there. Make sure that is going to be cleared out first, and they continue to hold out their level lead. They don't go for those gems. You could be a little gem greedy right there, but it's not going to be what they want to do. They'll just go ahead and play it safe, get the clear into that, let the Web Weavers descend a little further back and defend from this position. Sendragosa is up and available. The majority of heroics on the side of gillyShark are not too far off on the side of Accel Esports. They're going to be needing just a few more moments for those, but they can push them through top lane, get some value with that. Malthea already got the clear into mid lane. Looks like they'll be doing the same thing in bottom. Riptire coming out from below them. That will be a EO trying to get some damage onto them. They've actually put themselves on an island. Nanoboo's going to be going on to Kagakiri, looking to get that mind control out. That won't be connecting. That also will be Sendragosa, I think, was stalled out there from one of the members, but that also will be MC Cat's level 1 being finished out there. Asmodan finishing their baseline quest. They still have another 198 globes they can finish out, or at least stacks, just to finish out their baseline quest. But Stark sitting with 35 gems needs to get that turn in, and the rest of the team looking to do the same. We can actually take a peek at what those gem count looks like. Always eat cookies. Cookies makes hots better. Proven fact. I like that proven fact. We continue just to... Well, this is actually a little bit of a reprieve moment. They will be going ahead and grabbing the Bruiser Camp for mid lane. Now we're going to be looking at potential turn-in here. Are they going? No, they're going for the aggressive steal onto the Bruiser Camp. Okay. Okay, gillyShark, if you get scouted out here, this could be bad, but they do have the talent tier advantage. They are really far across the map. No one gonna scout this out. They'll go ahead and steal this away, and now they can try and go for the turn in here. Scatter looking. That will be the charge in. Diablo gonna be trying to fight in this tight corridor. A lot of value is gonna be going over in their favor. Dart, oh my god, the dive goes out onto Zergy Monster. They do get the kill. Riptire comes out as well. They get the blow up onto the Varian, a 1-for-1 trade, but that's gonna be Jinxie Cat on an island by herself. Looks like she's just gonna be sacrificing and going down. Meanwhile, the rest of the team can go ahead and get a turn in if they do please, and I think that's going to be the case exactly. I think they're going to be able to stop this anytime soon on the side of Accel Esports, and exactly that. Sylvanas will be locking and clearing out this top lane as quickly as possible, so the Zerg wave does the Zerg wave. So the Spider wave descends a little further down, but it looks like this won't be too far. And realistically, this turn-in might not get them the most value in the world. I think it's mostly just going to kind of put a pause in the game. Maybe they could siege up. They do have Sendragosa up in 50 seconds. I don't know if that'll be enough time. A lot of tools are burned for both these teams. Just going to have to see what they can get in this bottom lane, because that seems to be the case, but Chess Leader's just going to be poking out a little bit here and there. EO is looking for the flank. Kage... Stark actually is going to be finding them, and they could actually turn onto this Diablo. That will not be... Wait, hold on. They do get the Frost onto them. That's a lot of damage going out as well. Last Rites will be there. That will rip the soul. Diablo will go down, but that also will be the revive back up for them. Nice Howling Blast coming out. That will be the Colossal Smash. Nano Boost goes out onto Malthea? No, onto Kage there, and that will actually be the Varian going down to the poison damage. Meanwhile, Web Weavers in top lane have finally arrived at the top lane keep, and that's going to get some pressure in their favor on the side of gillySharks. Almost 16 talent tier in their favor. They do have some pressure in bottom, so they're just going to go ahead, let that minion wave finish it out with the help of Sylvanas. Camp Steel was totally safe their retreat, however. Sendragosa has made an appearance, and they're going to be going through this mid lane. Casey going to get hit by that slow, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the focus of the gillySharks here. They're just going for... Ooh, hold on. Nice Hyperion just to push them back. gillyShark says, no, you know what? No. Fighting under that Hyperion, not a good idea. So that's going to be Hyperion out, as well as the Sendragosa. 15 gems, actually almost 15 for both teams. 14 actually on the side of Accel Esports. gillyShark does have their 16 talent tier. They could play aggressive in the situation. All that's really up is this going to be this Bruiser Camp for bottom, excuse me, the Siege Camp for bottom lane and the boss through top. Yeah, they make an easy clear into that, and now they just back off. Okay. 8 gems need to be turned in. They are going to be scouting this out with Chess Looter a little bit. You do get the mark onto Asmodean. A lot of blow up goes onto them. That's going to be so much follow-up. I do believe I saw a Nano Boost go out as well. That will be Asmodean going down. Riptire going out just above them. Diablo, the next one to go down. No souls available. Nice double Howling Blast coming out from Jinxie Cat. That will be Casey getting chased here, but it looks like Atlas seems to be the target. They get the Lunar Flare at the last second, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out for them. That will be the root. That will also be the kill onto Raynor, and now they're pushing in through mid lane. Kage is going to lock down this mid lane fort. Moist Venus, thank you so much for the 100 bits, my friend. Do appreciate that support. That is going to be the mid lane fort going down. They have the availability for Webweaver Turn-In. I think they're going to be trying to do the duo that we often see a lot of teams go for, which is going to be the Turn-In plus Boss. You can see that Stark only has 8 gems. The rest of the team should be able to get the Turn-In. Well, no, actually, he'll be the last one, so they'll probably just rotate him out once the entire team gets their Turn-In, so he can just do exactly that. Probably see this exactly here. They want to time this out together so that way the Web Weavers are going to descend with the boss as it does approach the top lane keep. They want to stagger that out a little bit, and that's not a bad idea at all. Meanwhile, they will be pushing up through all these other lanes. Thank you so much, I'm eating cookies. They are going to be going ahead and just getting the clear into these lanes, and now the Web Weavers have been summoned. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Web Weavers, Boss, Catapults, everything. Even Talent Tier, though. That will be Mind Control going out. Sendra Ghost will be there as well. The Hyperion's going to be coming out as well. The Web Weavers have arrived. A lot of damage is going to be going on into Stark here. They get the separation with the Concussion Mine. AO is really low on that Diablo. Jinxie Cat walking through all of that damage, but that will be Tyrande, the first one to go down in this engagement. Riptire comes out as well. They seem to get the last rights onto the Diablo. That pushes them right into the core with the Riptire. That will be Asmodean going down. The Tornado is going to be throwing the body around a little bit, and it seems like the members of gillyShark want to end this game. They start to take down the core with all of this damage, and that will be game number 2 going over to gillyShark. GG. Well played.